where you widen your knowledge of IGC Extended. Hello, I'm your host, Jiho. Today, we are going to talk about George Mason University, Korea, located within Incheon Global Campus in Seongdo. Today, we have Hwi-young and Hae-soo here with us today. Hello, guys.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. First of all, could you briefly introduce about yourself to our viewers?
Hey guys, my name is Hwi-young Kim, and I'm a senior majoring in global affairs at George Mason University, Korea. It's good to see you guys.
Good.
Hi, my name is Hae-soo Lee, and I'm a sophomore student of global affairs major in George Mason University, Korea. Hi, everyone.
Nice to meet you again. We have sophomore student and senior student here, so I'm really looking forward to hear some senior students' story in this university. Okay, so are we gonna start?
Yeah.
You guys ready?
Yep.
Okay. For the first question, could you briefly explain about George Mason University, Korea?
Okay, so to give you guys a brief outline of our programs, George Mason University, Korea has a total of 7 undergraduate degrees, including accounting, economics, business and management, finance, global affairs, conflict analysis and resolution, and lastly, the computer game design. And the special thing about our school is that the students are required to spend at least 2 semesters at the main campus, which is located in Fairfax, Virginia, right next to the Washington, D.C.
Oh, cool. It seems like there are almost like 7 majors in
Yes.
this university. That's like quite many. So for the next question, then what would be the difference between Korean universities and George Mason University, Korea? I mean, is there any reasons why students choose George Mason University, Korea rather than Korean top universities?
I think that the biggest difference between George Mason University, Korea and other Korean university is the language and the educational curriculum, because GMUK is the extended campus of George Mason Fairfax, so it means it has exactly same educational curriculum and as the American institution. So students in George Mason University, Korea always use English as their language, and all of the activities and all of the classes are done in English. And not only that, as Hwi-young said, students visit and study in Fairfax campus at the 5th and 6th semester in Fairfax campus. And I think that that could be a chance to study abroad and can get some kind of global perspective in the future. And I think that these kind of big 2 merits makes students that want to make students to be the student of George Mason University, Korea.
Wow, like studying abroad. That could be one of the really great specialty in George Mason University, Korea. Okay, then based on those in these universities that own unique specialties, I want to ask you guys some personal questions. Can you share your experience or feelings that you've got in this university as a student? Like, start with you.
Okay, to share my personal experiences at George Mason University, Korea, I've done many academic and extracurricular activities. For example, I was working as a student tutor at the school's writing center, and which helps students to write proper essays at their English classes or any other related classes. So writing essay in English can be very challenging for Korean students, and we have a writing center to help students get more prepared and get through those obstacles when they face the challenges during their classes. And we offer tutor centers sessions not only for writing but also for finance, economics, so students have variety of choices they can and resources they could take advantage of. And another experience I had was Global Student Ambassador, which is a student body run by the Office of Admissions,
Yeah.
and it helps the students to have experiences with the public by advertising our school to the students and their parents outside of our school. And other than that, I have completed my internships at World Health Organization and United Nations Office for Sustainable Development, which are very related to my major. So our school offers hands-on and premature experiences for students to in the related field, and they're related to their majors. So those kind of opportunities students can take advantage of very easily. And I think HESU have much more options, but that's what I have so far as a student at George Mason University, Korea.
Wow, like tutors and global student ambassador and internship in WHO.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool. And how about you?
Hyung said a lot of things, but there are also a lot of different kind of activities in GMUK. One of them is RSO, which is Registered Student Organization. So based on the support from school in terms of budgets and in terms of academic advising from professors, there are various kinds of RSO such as club, band club, and the board game club, and even some kind of volunteering club in here. And also, except that, we also have RA, which is Resident Advisor, PA, Peer Advisor, and 친구 program, which is the program that connects the international students and Korean students. And I think there were a lot of activities in here.
Wow, I think students in George Mason University, Korea can get great opportunities to experience lots of things. Okay, so for the next on the list is a simple Q&A. We've gathered questions which have been frequently asked by our students and parents who, when applying to George Mason University, Korea. Each guest will take a turn and pick one out of the post. It's on the board and answer. You guys ready? Understand?
Yep.
Okay. So first, this is our Q&A.
Okay. Do
So,
I go first? Do I pick one?
Okay. Hyun goes first.
Okay.
Pick one. Whoa. Okay. How can I apply to GMUK?
When you apply to George Mason University, Korea, you simply go onto our official website and do a online registration. And once you complete that, you have to submit your supplementary documents, such as your transcripts and your official English language test scores. And there are a few other optional documents, but those are not necessary. So those two things are the only thing that you need to do the application.
Wow. Like, you guys have to remember those required documents when you guys apply. Okay, so for the next. Okay. Oh, this kind of like, okay. I'm a little bit afraid about studying in English. Is it hard to get a good grade in George Mason University, Korea?
I think that I could give you my experience, my own experience, because in my case, I was also graduated in Korean high school. So when I first came to George Mason University, Korea, I was also really nervous about speaking only in English, and all of the classes are done in English. So it seems it's really difficult for me at the very first time, but I soon realized that I don't have to worry that much about it, because as I said earlier, all of the curriculum is based on the American institution. So what it means is that all of the programs are done in English. So when students actively participate in all of class discussions or some kind of school activities, then they can practice English, and then they can improve themselves in the language itself. So I think that students do not have to worry about their English and their English skills, I think.
See, you guys can do it. Okay. Okay, for the next. Hyung's turn. What are the required documents to apply?
I think this is a extended question to my formal questions. So, requiring documents, as I have mentioned earlier, you first have to finish your online registration and then submit your transcript and then your English proficiency test scores such as TOEFL, IELTS, and SAT or ACT. And then there are supplementary or optional documents you can submit, such as your personal essay, recommendation letters, or proof of activities and certificates you have done previously. And those are not absolutely necessary, but they can be a good advantage when you apply. And when the admission office consider your application, those supplementary documents can be a great, huge advantage when you apply.
Do not forget these information when Hyung mentioned about. The required documents are really important when they apply, and first of all. Okay, so again, Hazu's turn.
I'll go this one.
Okay. Is there some special activities in George Mason University, Korea? Can you recommend some of them?
I think that Hyung and I already mentioned a lot of different kind of activities, but one of the activities that I want to recommend to you is, and actually I already experienced and now I'm experienced, is the student media activity in GMUK. We have The Voice, which is the official student-run English media outlet of IGC, and we always report news articles, and we creating some kind of online formatting materials every month and every week. And I think that this organization also tries to touch some issues that students should regard it about themselves. And the most important part and the most important thing in this organization is that starting from collecting informations, creating materials, and publishing, all this kind of procedures are done by students. So I think that this could be some chances to make students learn or make students experience their own study field that can be really in the future, I think.
Oh.
And, yeah.
I heard that you are the president in the club.
Actually, yes.
Oh, what's the name again in your club?
It's The Voice.
The
and
Voice.
I'm the editor-in-chief of The Voice.
Wow. So you guys can apply to Voice Club when you apply in this university. Okay. So we have two left.
Okay.
Which one do you choose?
Yes, this should be my last question.
Okay. Do we have to take a separate entrance exam for George Mason University, Korea?
Maybe I can answer about
Oh,
this
really?
question.
Okay.
Yes. Actually, we don't have separate entrance exam, and the only thing that students have to do is to submit their application form and the documents that they have to submit for the application. That's the only one.
Oh, okay. So Hazu did apply for this question. So maybe this question can be answered by Hyung.
Okay.
You okay?
Yes.
Okay. What are the eligible English fluency tests? And what are the minimum score for those English tests?
Okay, so basically you can submit 4 different English test scores, and you don't have to submit all of them, just one of them. So first one is the TOEFL, and second one is IELTS, and then SAT reading, and then ACT.
Oh.
So they each have the minimum requirement for the scores, and for TOEFL is 80 or above, and for IELTS is 6.0 for or above, and for evidence-based SAT reading is 500 or above, and lastly for ACT is 20 or above. So if you meet any of these requirements, then you're eligible to apply for the George Mason University, Korea.
Wow, thank you for the detailed information. Maybe you guys do not miss this information. This minimum score is really important when you apply with your eligible English proficiency tests. Okay, this is all the Q&A session. Thank you for the detailed information, both of you. And I think this is like a final session about our video. Lastly, do you guys have any mentioning to our viewers? Start with you.
Okay. So I hope today's info session, I guess, was valuable and very useful to the viewers. And I like to say that the students especially from the Korean high schools or those who are considering a transfer from Korean university, they don't have to be scared or afraid for applying to the school, because people get afraid because it's an English institution, it's an American institution, and they have to go to Fairfax to complete their degree. But there isn't much difference in terms of the university life, because we do enjoy our campus life, and the people are just the same here and in America. So I just like to say that don't be afraid when you apply to our school, and then just prepare your documents well and meet the requirements, and then rest of it will just go through. So just let it be.
Oh, let it be. That's kind of like great sentences. How about you?
I think that I can add some points with Hyung saying. As I said, I don't want people, high school students, that don't be afraid also, especially for the graduation students from Korean high school, because same as my case, they don't have much difference between American institutions and Korean other universities. So I really hope that they don't be much scared about anything. And the other thing is that, as we mentioned, there are various kinds of activities in our campus. So maybe students who want to expand their experiences and want to be a student who have a global perspective, maybe they can register and come into GMUK campus.
Wow, thank you for the really good saying. There are really there are some students who are really scared about learning in English, but don't be scared and be confident and stay interesting about this university, and that can make you more mature about like various experience in this university. Okay, thank you again, and thanks. That's all the time we have for today. Since we're going to explore specific majors in George Mason University, Korea, so please join us next time when we get into further details in what economics major in George Mason University, Korea. If you want to extend this video, please like our page,
subscribe,
and share
this video. This was where we widen your knowledge of IGC. Extend it. Thank you. See you next time.